opportunities to reverse America's course are abundant. Our constitutional system and cultural traditions continue to protect the freedom to speak out without fear of reprisal. And a giant advantage for the defenders of freedom is simply the desire to be free. At the same time, the internationalists fear an aroused and organized American public. They work to misinform and confuse so that the public won't know where to turn for real leadership. Leadership for effective opposition to the globalist agenda. Rather than cutting at the ever-expanding branches of UN programs, wielding a sharp axe to the root of the UN tree would assure a more permanent result. In this case, the root of that tree is United States membership in the UN. U.S. withdrawal would stop the UN's subversion of our nation and ultimately cause the UN to wither and die. Serving as the axe is the House of Representatives. It has the power to kill U.S. membership in the UN simply by refusing to fund any part of the UN program. A majority of 218 votes could effectively get us out of the UN. In 1997, the first measure calling for the termination of the United States membership in the United Nations came before the House. 54 representatives voted in favor. 2 years later, 74 representatives voted to cease all funding to the UN. At present, the remainder of the House lacks the backbone to resist the influence of the internationalists. The key to changing that condition, however, is taking place in communities across America. What is well understood by the internationalists is the power of organization. It's why they've invested so much effort building it. In turn, those who cherish freedom must also organize in order to maximize their impact. Informed constituent pressure is essential in order for Congress to sever UN ties. CEO of the John Birch Society, Arthur R. Thompson.
Congress is the key, with the House of Representatives being the most responsive to the people, especially to opinion molders. The insiders know that and have invested a great deal in controlling the media and professional organizations. It is difficult for congressmen to oppose that influence unless they are blessed with an informed electorate. Creating understanding amongst the constituents is one of the roles of the John Birch Society. Our Get Us Out of the United Nations agenda is a great campaign, a campaign that has changed the opinion of millions of Americans about the United Nations. We need to continue on to help even more millions understand the importance of freedom and the danger of internationalism. As always, it will be done one at a time. And as we change the one, that one can be brought into an organization to help change another and another. Ultimately, this concerted action program will influence the Congress, one congressman at a time, as we grow in strength.
Ultimately, the outcome is determined by the inspired action of individuals across this great land.
Now is the time that we need you to get involved, while there is still time to stand up for freedom so we can get us out of the United Nations.